Let's do this. Hey, everybody.
Hi.
We're making the radio today.
Beep, beep. Yeah, I know. I'm playing with the...
This is the Full Spectrum Cycling Podcast Show number 303, I think it's
303. Yeah. It's
not even a good motor size.
No, it's like a web address error message.
Oh, it could be like a 404, but a 303.
Right.
Yeah, there we go.
Something like that.
I know you've been researching that for weeks and weeks on end.
It was minutes today where I noticed
what
it.
What am I going to do
and
for
I'm like
303?
What is it going to be?
304. No. When we get to 318, 351, we're looking pretty good. You know, we're looking at good
311. Yeah, but it was like energy.
All righty. Hey, everybody. It's another week. It's another show here at Full Spectrum Cycling. Right off the bat on the top of the list. Tony had to. Tony's not even hit. See, that's not Tony because Tony's not here. That's JK over there.
But the first thing, right here.
Right Sven, I'll be Sven this week again. Right off the bat, Michael's never volunteered. I assume he means the River West 24.
That would be
correct. Is he saying you haven't volunteered for anything in your entire life?
Oh, that is so wrong.
Wrong, man. Wrong, bro. Bro, get your facts straight, bro.
Yeah, man.
Qualify it by putting at the River West 24, bro.
Well, hey, and to be fair, little things along the way. It's a community thing, so I help out in the community as the night is progressing and regressing and whatever. I just don't need to celebrate it sometimes,
right?
You know, and jump in line and get to stand in a different line.
We got a little, well, at least, we talked about it. I got a text, I think Tony did too, from Shannon Chapwest down there in wherever he's at, south of us, about wanting to come up and do the River West 24 hang. And I think that's a great thing. And I think it's a great thing that Tony's not doing a team this year, because then that means I don't necessarily have to do a team either. It also means I can just hang out.
Right.
I'm
tempted not. I don't know.
Well, we've got this.
That is part of my volunteer shift. I mean, is to be the guy waiting with my lottery tickets.
That's media. That's personality right there.
And it's just da-da-da-da-da-da. I mean, it's not like there wouldn't be other people doing this, but I know they want it to be shrinking and what have you.
Yes, as we talked about last week.
Right. So, but all the same, it's also, it's part of the heart of
the throbbing heart of the River West 24.
Of the registration day.
Oh, true.
And yeah, I mean, okay.
So
Jeremy wants to do a stand-up as long as possible.
Why that guy wasn't a comedian, I'll never know. So I don't know. Did we talk about this last week? Kevin Spacey's moping about our neighborhood. He was actually directly in our neighborhood, like a block away, doing some kind of chase scene. We're in sort of an industrial, old school, very, very old Milwaukee industrial area, and they were blocking streets off. And
it didn't work that well when I was walking fast over
and
here.
the guy on Nash Street, right, like a half a block down, I'm like, he's like frantically waving, and I'm like pointing to where I'm going. I'm like. Mm-hmm. He's like, and then I roll my window down. I'm like, dude, 3720, I'm going right there. Oh, okay, man. Yeah, that's cool. Mm-hmm. But the other thing about Mr. Spacey is he's now 3 blocks from my house. They're doing this in an old factory that's near my house. But to be bringing this all the way around to cycling again and not doing a team for the 24 is I have this kind of plan to do some sort of documentary business. I did one last year kind of on my own, and I'm trying to get some shooters to come and shoot some footage and stuff, and I don't know if I can count on the people that are in the pocket already. Some of these people are, they're good, but they're also flighty as fuck. I would like to do something, so we'll see if we can make that work, and being on a team would make that absolutely not possible.
Sure.
I think we can get into Sundance if we do it right.
Oh.
First of all, you should see the size of the movie lights that are
What is
at
that, Park City, Utah?
Sundance is in Idaho somewhere. I believe the town is called. Else. Say it with me. Sundance.
Oh yeah. Is that like Casey when he's like the Walker's Point Music Hall? Isn't that in like Cudahy or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
No. Walker's Point.
So if I could like get some of these big ass movie lights that they're right in the parking lot of right by my house and somehow spirit them away to light up our scenes outside of checkpoints, because these are like they're suns. They're like this big, and it's like, yes, it's daylight out. Oh no, it's midnight. Yeah, it's daylight outside.
Shit.
So yeah, cool stuff. Whatever you think of Mr. Spacey and his previous problems, I think he's one of the greatest actors ever. I just enjoy so much of his
catalog
stuff.
of work. Yes, I mean, his current.
It stands on its own.
Recent past,
notwithstanding his bug fuckery or whatever.
Exactly. As I was spouting about, like the Nugent, the Ted Nugent.
Right.
It's like, man, but like a strangle comes on and you're in there.
You got it.
But
moving right along as usual, the United Performing Arts Fund's Ride for the Arts, June 1st, is going over the Hone Bridge once again.
I still haven't done that. Or I've even hijacked the ride and just gone on there.
You know why? People will. It's a big fucking hill. I'm not going up that thing.
Well, yeah.
It's the largest hill in Milwaukee.
Yeah, but it's
like, I don't know.
Well, and it's a big ride with a lot of people that don't ride a lot. And that means
it's like 30,
left, right, stop in the middle of nowhere.
It has been 30,000 people in the past.
Yeah. Just like, oh, wait, no, I'm not with my group. Stop.
And in the middle of the road.
Yeah, exactly.
With other people trying to get around you. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, when you
will not suffer that.
When Bob Euchre was like the one of the faces of it for Miller Lite, I'm sure he rode at the front of it until he got taken out of the way. And
Al?
No, Euchre.
Yeah,
yeah, because he was a Miller Lite guy.
I was thinking Al's Run. I'm conflating a lot of things at the same time. I'm still unwinding from work. Sorry.
Well, what's this fucking Malort sucks stuff?
I threw that in there.
What the hell?
They're mints, candies.
Oh, that's that. Oh, literally. Now I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Little candies that
First of all,
they're little candies that taste like Malort.
I'm not sure that's a good thing.
Well, if you think about Malort, it tastes like some sort of lozenge that you probably don't want to take.
It does last for a good 5 minutes anyway, though. So it's probably the same thing.
It's like a digestive.
I am a Malort fan.
I'm not a
Malort fan.
I'm not one.
Right.
I like ordering it to get people's reactions to it.
Right on.
At times it's like, no, I'm not feeling like a shot of whiskey, vodka, tequila, something like that. It's like, no, I'll take some of the weird sock water.
Especially when Pete over at Quarters says, first shot's always free. You're like, all right, man, I can do that.
Nice.
Final Milwaukee thing of the day, unless we swing back around to this thing at some point, is we've been talking about the old SS Minnow down on the lakefront for 6 months now, and it was supposed to be gone, but the salvage pontoon boat that was helping broke, and now there's 2 boats stuck there.
Now it's stuck there too.
I think that boat came from some alternate dimension or something.
I've been watching my Ancient Aliens, and there are echolocations throughout, and yes, that's why there are shipwrecks and all along the coastline.
This is a comedy of errors, and no public official or public entity, sheriff's department, mayor's office, Coast Guard, anybody is taking any responsibility for it. It's like, well, it's not really in the city of Milwaukee. The sheriff is supposed to take care of the lakefront.
Well, Mayor Chevy did have a photo op there.
Yeah, he should have done it more like when it was actually floating away and done. Now he looks like, well, I didn't really get much done with my photo op, did I?
No, it works out.
Chevy.
Our mayor is Cavalier Johnson.
He's very cavalier about his job, apparently.
Nah, but it's Chevy Cavalier. Come on. It all makes sense.
All right. I don't know. I think I'm going to go start at the bottom first, just because this is semi-ridiculous on the surface, but kind of sort of makes sense once you unpack it. Giant, the Giant company that makes the bikes with the namesake name on them, now makes a 5.5 pound carbon fiber push bike for very small children, like 2, 3, 4 years old, before they can actually pedal. 5.5 pounds.
Like a Strider?
Yeah, like a Strider kind of an idea. And I'm like, you gotta be fucking shitting me, man. That's like a cash grab. They're just doing it for people, and it's gonna cost $2,000 for a stupid push bike. And then I kind of
my push bike. I want it back. It's an Evil and the Sniffers tune.
And then I read into it a little bit more, and they're doing some advanced carbon fiber recycling manufacturing. And right now, the technology that they're working with, they don't actually trust for a full-sized, 250-pound human bike. So they're going to test it on small kids and see if they can make it last through them.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Well, that's how I'm reading it. As you're saying it. I mean, I'm following the logic.
I'm probably painting a picture of it that's like, what?
It's like, no, that's not how we were supposed. No, that's not how it was supposed to be received. Well, that's how it did get received, man.
Hey, guess what today? Oh no, it's April 29th. Never mind. April, August. They both start with A's. My dad's birthday would have been August 29th, but I just saw 29. I'm like, oh damn.
Oh,
sorry, Dad. Been gone for a while. Don't worry about it. I spent an hour today, and it was not an unentertaining hour, while I was working on the Confuser, watching our good buddy Mark Peterson. He did I guess I'd call it a seminar or a Q&A about his bike stuff and his journey from BMX when he was 8 years old to, working on bikes now and stuff out there in Ogden, Utah. And by cracky, that guy's a pretty good speaker. He's a pretty good guy.
Yeah.
You should watch that thing. I'm going to have a link in the show notes for that.
Well done.
It's part of his neighborhood bike shop series.
Yeah, I saw a post about...
I'd give it a look. I mean, I
saw the post that he had
right
about it.
Yeah.
I just didn't hit the button.
You could...
I'll get there.
Yeah. It's not quite like, something you got to pay rapt attention to, but there's a bunch of good stuff in there and many anecdotes that are, hey, let's wait. What are you doing? Do what? Hey, let's use real quiet. Let's use this thing though. So check out Mark Peterson's thing, but let's use this thing. So here's a cool thing. Like we're at the top. Oh wait, we're riding, and we're coming along. We're on the trail, and we're kind of warning you ahead of time. This is on our handlebar.
Buck like a bronco.
Yeah, we're just going over the whoops and stuff, and this is big air. And then you land, and it's still doing it. And then you get around a bunch of people, and you don't want to hear it. You just flip this little widget over here. Magnetically, no more ringing. I think that's unbelievably clever. I don't know why this is from our friends at PDW, by the way. They sent this to us to do a little testy thing. I just tested it. It works fine. It's called the Heads Up Trail Bell PDW Portland Design Works Timbre de Cendro. I don't know what Sonnet de Velo is, but they're all...
Oh, Sonnet de Velo.
There's a bunch
of the bike.
Yeah, and then Timbre de Sendero. There's a bunch of foreign words on this thing, I think. And also, so Eric, the guy that started PDW back in 2008 it was in the 90s, I think, maybe 98 or something. It's been a while. Very, very forthcoming guy with what all the bullshittery, shall I say, of tariffs may mean for PDW and their ilk. Now, a lot of stuff that PDW does is in Taiwan and Japan. Not so much. This is Taiwan. Not so much in China, but there's a lot of companies similar that have product that's just sitting over there, and they're not going to bring it here. It's just staying there. So if you wanted something and you were expecting it to get here, that's not happening until things change. So they just sent a note out today that they're going to be selectively raising prices because you can't eat 40%. 185%? Nutty. I don't know. But yeah, so check out PDW. They do a lot of smart stuff. Here's another one. I thought this one was kind of interesting. It just looks like a typical, stem-mounted bottle bag koozie kind of deal, but it has this little trickery on the bottom here, which can make it bigger or smaller. And then you have your cinch straps. If you got your big bottle, it's down here. It's your small bottle, it's up there, and then you can cinch that. Oh. So it's a multi-bottle size thing. I think they're just like smart, thinky people.
Yeah.
And that's made out of like recycled X-Pack, so it's as environmentally friendly as plastic stuff gets, I assume. But there you go, PDW. Check them out. They're at ridepdw.com.
Yes. And here's a big one.
Oh, there you go. Oh, shit. I'm not even done with this one yet.
That's all right.
I'll put this in here. This is from our friends over there in Frankville, Iowa, who were selling this stuff for to keep the lights on, literally, the lights and the power. They needed some money to make some improvements, so they sold Keep Frankville Wet and Lit koozies and T-shirts. If you want one, let me know. I'll see if we can hook you up with our good friend Mike Maccabee, and he'll probably be able to lay one on you or charge you an exorbitant rate so they can keep drinking water and seeing stuff with their light bulbs.
Right.
So today's, what do you call it? Top of the hill business?
Top of the hill beer, the show beer.
This is a good, I'm going to put this here as a dessert beer later. This is a good reminder of last week when we did our WMSC guitar smasher trip down to, is it called Hawaii or who? Or Hawaii. They had Pseudo Sue on tap.
Yeah.
And thanks to the generous ticket giving of certain people, we had more than enough of them.
Right.
And also a very fantastic it's fusion. Yeah.
Yeah, very.
To me, it's
Vietnamese.
It's leaning towards Chinese a little bit, maybe.
Sure, they have some
good food though.
They have some in there just to keep people on the menu. Like, what the hell am I?
Yeah, I tend to go towards. Yeah, I need some pot stickers. I need this and that. Just something easy. But your Pseudo Sue is from your Decorah, Iowa, at your Toppling Goliath Brewery, and I sure do like Pseudo Sue.
And I do believe Russ from Falcon Bowl was intrigued by the fact of trying to get that on tap. Because he did have...
Yeah, it was on tap there, not in cans.
He did have at least one.
Right on.
And he was like, ooh, this is good. I'm going to look into that. So
I applaud his effort at looking into it.
It would be nice. I hope for the best. I love Russ on that thing. He had a great jukebox in that bar, but it was only for like 6 months.
All right.
Well curated, and
I'm sure we'll have more of this in the upcoming weeks, but I can't not talk about this stuff. Revel Bikes, 3 days after Sea Otter, which is now the biggest show in the world for, well, maybe not. Eurobike might be bigger in Taiwan. Whatever. It's the biggest one in the United States, where the whole bike industry gets together and commiserates and talks about the new stuff they got. And 3 days after they introduced a bunch of bikes and spent a bunch of time there, shut down. They have a cash flow issue and a debt due, and they can't continue. I don't know if somebody will buy it or assume their debt or assume that getting into the bike business right now is the stupidest thing you could possibly do. But it was an interesting company, and I'm not saying it's gone 100%, but the guy that started it is Adam Miller, who started Borealis way back in the day.
Okay.
When he was like 21 or 2, he was very young. He started it, and then Steve, and then he got out of there, and he started Y Cycles, which was a titanium builder of fat bikes and such, and then Revel, sucked up Y, and it was all Revel then, and then he left last year, and then now somebody's holding the bag, and they dropped it, I guess. But he admitted wholeheartedly that he's more of a creator, which is he's built a bunch of good stuff, than an actual operator. He doesn't, that's for somebody else to do. That's why he handed the company
I'm an idea man, Chuck.
Yeah, I'm an idea guy.
I'm an idea man. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Microwave pockets. You can keep your hands warm and cook a potato.
I like this idea.
Night shift, Michael Keaton. So.
I don't know. I kind of throw myself in the same, but not anywhere near as successful bucket as I got a bunch of ideas.
I got great ideas.
I'm an 85% guy. Oh yeah, I could see it would totally work. We'll just see that. Oh no, wait, there's something else I want to do over there. Shiny object guy. That said,
shiny blue car. That's a squirrel.
We are getting ever closer here.
Don't say the word squirrel.
No. We're getting ever closer at the podcast studio actually having this be available for people to use. I just kind of don't know. I don't want people in here. I don't mind them out there on the other side of the wall. I want them in my room. This is my room.
Yeah.
Out of my room.
Yeah, there's a fireplace.
Right?
Back over there.
Yeah, it's going to be wicked nice next week, like in the 70s.
Antarctica scape something.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Snowscape.
There we go.
On the telly. Actually, I might have to replace that telly with the telly in the other room because that telly's got a screen that doesn't reflect, which might be better for them. I know we've talked about this in the past. RAGBRAI, the big old bike ride across Iowa. They have these theme days things. I'm not sure. I
didn't see this earlier, but I saw this.
I get theme days. That's a great idea. Like Naked Beer Slide was one of them that we used to do when we did RAGBRAI. It was also DragBRAI, where we had a flatbed that we did a drag show on and did judging and stuff. Those are fun themes. These are like Tire Dip and Mile of Silence. We Ride in Silence. Remember those we've lost. Okay, I could see, Thin Line Appreciation Day. That sounds a lot like it's kind of a police, military, blah, blah, blah thing. Publix. Yeah. Vintage RAGBRAI Jersey Day. Okay, aren't you going to wear it anyway? I guess you just wear it on that day. Do you ride for a purpose? Let anyone know what your purpose is and ride for that. My purpose is to get to the beer at the end of today. That's a good purpose right there. College Jersey Day. Just, State Jersey Day. These are just, I don't know who came up with these. And then the Tire Dip at the last day in the Mississippi and the 52 RAGBRAI Jersey Day. Okay, here's the deal. If you're going to have themes, those are dumb. I'm sorry. I wouldn't do one of those. Let people make their own costumes. Maybe make a theme like it's Goat Day. Everybody, dress like a goat or something. I feel like somebody missed the mark on this and heads must roll because these are lame. So you go through day 1 through 6 and they're trying to whore out the 52 jerseys, I suppose, to sell them and make some cash. That kind of seems like what I'm thinking.
I did run across, I believe it is early June. I saw notice of the naked bike ride.
In Milwaukee?
World.
Does that happen here on that day? I know they.
Yeah.
I've almost been blinded by it a few times.
It just came up.
I cannot imagine me doing that. Just being
you need something between saddle and bits,
except
and your bits It just it needs something in between there. And geez,
yeah, man. Here's something I should probably. Oh, the PDW stickers are cool. You can have one of those. Those are sweet. I think they got like Mickey Mouses on them. We still have these sticker packs. See that right there? If you sign up for the newsletter on thefatbike.com, we'll do a final drawing now for sticker packs to send to you. These are some of these like this gnome fink. I don't know if it's in every one. Oh, damn it, I said the word. But anyway, there's stuff from the very early days of thefatbike.com. And we're cranking along on that sucker again. Can't find it. Can't fight it.
Can't find it.
Can't fight it.
Well, it's sometime in June. It's sometime in June, and it starts at 4:00, and they didn't really give a meetup place either to join or to avoid. One or the other kind of thing.
Oh, I forgot. There's
either participate or flee as far as you can.
Yeah, possibly.
One or the other. It's like it's like me being a floor captain for a tornado drill. It's like, here, the tornado drill will be at 1 p.m. on this day. So either play nice and do what just go outside or go in the hallway, or just don't be around.
Don't be around.
It's a lot easier that way.
Right on. I forgot there's another whole page of this stuff. Bad news mostly. The sticker thing was at the bottom. It's not bad. Well, it is. Oveja Negra, who makes some really sweet bags, frame bags and other bogs. They're laying people off. They're laying off workers. They don't have room to lay off workers out where they are in Colorado. They're in a small town in Colorado, I believe. And also Specialized in Trek, they want to get in on the game too, so they're raising prices May 1st. I think they're doing it a little differently. I mean,
probably smaller, incrementally.
Maybe.
Come on,
all right, so they're in slightly different boats, I think, because Specialized is owned a bunch by the manufacturer that makes all their frames, and all they do is sell Specialized branded products for the most part. Trek, on the other hand, also sells SRAM. They also sell Shimano and a bunch of other stuff because they wanted to monopolize their dealers and not just buy the bicycle, but also all the componentry and other stuff.
Yeah, and Bontrager is part of Spesh.
Yeah, Bontrager and Fisher and all the other things they bought up back in the day. But even either other major brand stuff that they don't have anything to do with the making of, they still warehouse and sell. And I think they're going to be in a bigger pile of shit than Specialized is. So we'll see what happens. This is crazy.
We'll see what happens.
Well, I'll tell you what.
We'll see what happens. Let's go, everybody. I hate that fucking phrase.
We'll see what happens.
Just saying.
Let me tell you what. How about that one? Let me tell you what.
Well, by American.
By next.
But
this could all change by next week. We have no idea. This could very well change.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we have to see what happens. We'll wait and see what happens.
No idea.
All right. So speaking of Buy American, Buy American,
drill in my freaking brain.
All right, geez.
Sorry.
Okay.
Well, you hit a button, man.
Maybe you should volunteer sometime.
Hey, all right, that's it. Gloves are up. No.
I will say this: that in this time of big fuckery, supporting your local bike shop is probably as important, if not more important now than it was during the pandemic. I've got a thing in the can. I got to put it on the YouTube, but I'm talking about on this head talkie thing where I talk about our bike shop and the trials and tribulations of the pandemic and what happened and why we're the bike store on the second floor. This is, I think, it has the potential to be worse.
Yeah,
and
totally.
The uncertainty that you felt back then, as a human being, is now being visited upon actual companies, I think, It's like, Well, I don't know.
On that cheery ass note.
I guess we exhaust. I think we exhausted the list. Not quite. We didn't. We did Bode, Revel, RAGBRAI.
Shit to do.
Oh, here's something that I'll leave you with this because this is cool.
All right.
We had seen a while back, Mark Peterson, we talked about earlier, has an amp B3, which is an old school, one of the first suspension bikes, and it was a very unique design. Your friendly bike snob, New York bike snob NYC, has a very pristine one that he was riding around out in the trails there in New York. So I just thought it was kind of weird that Mark brought up the B3 and now the snobby bike guy is bringing it up, but
Dave Hill? No.
Just Bike Snob NYC. He's been around for a long time. I think he actually makes money at that. It's kind of weird in the bike business, but yeah. Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you for listening to another Show 303 podcast thingy-majigger, and we'll be back here next week for 304.
304. Ball.